Chapter 11, 74. Three Crazed Demon Eccentrics. Translator, Atlas Studios. Editor, Atlas Studios. Of course, since Chudu was asking Fang Yuan to go and invite people from Crazed Demon Cave, he had also given Fang Yuan some methods to defend against the demonic sounds, and some information regarding the patterns, strengths, and weaknesses of these sounds. Regardless, I have to go. Chudu and Heavenly Lord Bai Zhu were competing over Heifan Grotto Heaven. This originated from Fang Yuan's actions. He had benefits linked with Chudu. He was also involved with the attack on Iron Eagle Blessed Land. All in all, he was deeply related to the issue. Fang Yuan acted quickly, immediately setting off. Using the Super Gu formation, he teleported out of Langya Blessed Land, heading towards Crazed Demon Cave. There were no issues along the way. More than 10 days later, Fang Yuan stopped in the air, looking down. On the ground of flat yellow soil, there was a huge cave. The surroundings of the cave were a circular shape, spanning hundreds of kilometers. There was a thick rainforest in the cave, having both yellow and green colors. From time to time, desolate beasts growled. Large numbers of featherless birds flew out. Their red bodies made Fang Yuan think of pterosaurs. It was a scenery of wilderness. Fang Yuan descended as the cave got bigger in his vision until it eventually filled it up. As he went down, Fang Yuan was completely shrouded by the rainforest in the cave. Entering the rainforest, the humid and moist air enveloped Fang Yuan. The branches of the trees were thick and large, but sunlight was very intense. Vines were hanging on the tree trunks or intertwining on them. Fang Yuan could not find a place to land at times. Creak, creak. Far away, many strange monkeys with gray fur were chasing each other on the trees. Suddenly, a motionless vine moved up, opening its bloodthirsty mouth as it swallowed dozens of gray monkeys into its stomach. In truth, this was a desolate beast tree python that had successfully hunted its prey. The gray monkey group was in a commotion. They called out loudly. Their voices attracted the king of the monkeys. It was also a desolate beast. The desolate beast tree python continued to retreat. It was already full. Its goal was achieved. It did not want to fight the gray monkey king. The gray monkeys were not insistent on revenge in nature. The monkey king saw that the tree python was leaving and did not chase it, only calling out loudly. But at this time, there was a sound echoing in the place. Oh no, demonic sound! Fang Yuan quickly used his goo worms, using Chudu's method to defend against the demonic sound. Ordinary methods could not block demonic sounds, but Chudu's method worked against it with immediate effect. Fang Yuan felt like the demonic sound was gone, as if it never existed. The vocalizations of the Monkey King and the tree python could be heard now. Influenced by the demonic sound, the two desolate beasts which were going to leave suddenly engaged in combat like they had gone crazy. This was not just an intense battle, it was a battle to the death. The two desolate beasts fought to the death. They were entangled, rolling around as many trees were snapped. Countless living beings died. The monkeys around them also went crazy. Not only did they attack their allies, they even self-mutilated, banging against hard rocks or digging out their own eyes with their fingers. The peaceful rainforest became chaotic. There was roaring everywhere. Many life forms went into madness, fighting each other as dust clouds rose. An intense, bloody smell was emanating. Fang Yuan maintained his composure and calmness. But the surrounding birds were all attacking him. Even the ants and bees nearby were suiciding as they attacked him. This is Crazed Demon Cave. Fang Yuan sighed internally, using goo worms to defend himself. He was clear-minded. He had many strong methods to survive in this crazy environment. He did not feel much pressure. After all, these crazy life forms were not targeting him alone. They were attacking at will, acting like maniacs. The demonic sound continued for a while before vanishing. The noisy rainforest became silent at once. The wild beasts that were mixing around earlier were corpses now. They had severed limbs and incomplete corpses scattered all over the rainforest. At some places, their blood formed into small rivers, nourishing the ground. Countless snapped trees obtained sufficient nutrients and rapidly grew again. Far away, the two desolate beasts who fought had died. The tree python's thick and long body was coiled around the Monkey King multiple times, while the final loop was around its neck, snapping it completely. But the Monkey King struggled before dying, tearing apart the python's stomach. All of the monkeys that it had eaten were freed, but they were all dead. The tree python was near death. As the demonic sound faded, it regained clarity before the light in its eyes faded. It lost its life. Fang Yuan had a thought as he rushed to the battlefield, keeping these two dead, desolate beasts in his own immortal aperture. If I were you, I would not waste my effort. The life forms in Crazed Demon Cave, be it flying birds or land-based beasts, even goo worms and plants have no value. The corpses of these desolate beasts cannot be sold in Treasure Yellow Heaven, because the Tao marks in their bodies are completely chaotic. A voice could be heard. Who is this? Fang Yuan was shocked. Even though he had been using familiar face, in the Time Path Killer Move 3 Breath's future vision, the latter could only let him see events related to himself 3 breaths later. C was not here. 3 breaths future vision had its flaws. Like right now, Fang Yuan could not foresee voices. But soon Fang Yuan saw the future. A white-robed goo immortal with a middle-aged appearance came out of nowhere. He was behind and towards Fang Yuan's right, about 10 steps away. Fang Yuan was fully focused, but he was still looking around. 3 breaths of time later, towards his back, at the right, a white-robed goo immortal appeared in that very spot. This goo immortal had a pale face and black beard. He had long, wide sleeves and eyes that were shining like stars. His disposition was extraordinary. Fang Yuan quickly turned around, looking at this foreign immortal with a nervous expression. The white-robed goo immortal smiled as he said, "Don't be afraid, friend. I am not immortal." Fang Yuan was exposing rank 6 aura now, but the white-robed goo immortal was rank 7. His aura was not concealed. What? Fang Yuan was perplexed. My title is not immortal. I live in Crazed Demon Cave. The goo worm that you have is the token that us 3 Crazed Demon Eccentrics gave to Chudu. The white-robed not immortal smiled. Fang Yuan realized, hearing not immortal's words, there were 2 other people in Crazed Demon Cave. He quickly greeted. Junior greets Senior. I came here without an invitation because we need Senior's help to assist Lord Domination Immortal. Us 3 Crazed Demon Eccentrics have lived here for hundreds of years without bothering with the outside world. If Chudu wants to join us, we will gladly welcome him. But if he wants us to leave Crazed Demon Cave, that is absolutely impossible. Not Immortal smiled. Oh? Fang Yuan had an anxious expression, but he felt nothing on the inside. Regardless of whether Not Immortal was saying this to elevate his own value, just Domination Immortal Chudu alone was not someone who toyed around. Chudu definitely had a close relationship with the 3 immortals here. He had a plan if he asked Fang Yuan to come. Since Chudu gave you the goo worm, I suppose he has also given you many methods. In the traveling route as well? Not Immortal asked. Yes. Fang Yuan nodded. Not Immortal assessed Fang Yuan involuntarily. To make Chudu entrust him like this? What capabilities did this goo Immortal Junior have? In that case, follow me. Heh, you were quite lucky. I came out here for a breather. Crazed Demon Cave is getting more dangerous in recent years. The routes are changing. Follow me. If you take a wrong step, you will face the consequences yourself. Not Immortal said as he entered the rainforest. Fang Yuan hesitated before moving and following him. The 2 entered deep into the rainforest and went into a hole, arriving at the 2nd layer. Crazed Demon Cave had 9 layers. The 2nd layer was an incredibly hot land of burning rocks. A large amount of rocks were piled up together, big and small. The large ones were like huge elephants. The small ones were like pebbles. A moment later, the 2 immortals arrived at the 3rd layer. The 3rd layer was covered in white fog. A large number of fog goo were living here. Along the way, Fang Yuan saw figures of large fierce beasts moving about in the fog. There was a very large quantity of cloud bamboo. It was this special bamboo, on the same scale as the rainforest in the 1st layer, that created the endless fog here. Next, Fang Yuan saw the image of a city in the fog. A tall city with markets and vendors. Countless people were moving about rapidly, but there was no sound. It was a peculiar scene. That is Fog City. The vengeful souls who died gather and form here. There is no point looking at it. Not Immortal, who was in front, informed. Fang Yuan was slightly shocked. He knew about Fog City. This was the first time he saw it. Souls that could form Fog City were at least Gu Immortals, and a large number at that. With Fang Yuan's current strength, if he entered it, he would definitely die. There was no way to escape. Crazed Demon Cave was one of the 10 great fierce areas in Northern Plains. It was naturally very dangerous. The 3 crazed demon eccentrics, including Not Immortal, were living here permanently. Their strength was naturally not low. Under Not Immortal's lead, Fang Yuan entered deep into the cave without much danger. He got to the 6th layer. Even we do not dare to enter the bottom 3 layers casually. It is too dangerous. Come, let me bring you to Gu Immortal Pangshan. He has the most interaction with Chudu. He was the one who recommended Chudu in the first place. Chudu knows our rules, but he still asked you to come here. He definitely has his objectives. Pangshan should know. Under Not Immortal's lead, Fang Yuan met with Gu Immortal Pangshan at a small valley in the 6th layer. A huge person. Pangshan was dozens of meters tall. He was situated in the valley. He was using the valley as his chair. He was in a half-lying down position. Until he made Fang Yuan think of that Lashan giant Buddha back on Earth. Pangshan opened his eyes slightly, waking up from his sleep. Oh, Chudu is asking for reinforcements. We did have an agreement before, Pangshan said in a deep tone, speaking very slowly. As expected. What agreement? Not Immortal stroked his beard and asked. Lend him immortal Gu and killer moves to resolve his alliance agreements. Pangshan replied slowly.